Quasimodo's story begins with his first appearance as an infant, whose face remains unseen, yet is described by Frollo as monstrous. Born to gypsy parents, they were attempting to enter Paris covertly through the waterways when they encountered Judge Claude Frollo. Mistakenly assuming they had stolen something, Frollo pursued Quasimodo's mother, and in a tragic turn of events, she lost her life due to a fatal kick delivered by Frollo, which broke her neck on the steps of Notre Dame. Upon discovering that the bundle the gypsy woman had been carrying was actually a deformed baby, Frollo's immediate reaction was to view the child as an unholy demon, and he was determined to drown him in a nearby well. Fortunately, the Archdeacon of Notre Dame intervened just in time, imploring Frollo not to commit such a heinous act. Instead, Frollo was ordered to atone for his sin of killing an innocent woman by adopting the child and raising him as his own. Although Frollo complied, his motivations were not rooted in compassion or love but rather a cold calculation that the child would eventually serve some kind of purpose in his life. Although Quasimodo's physical appearance may lead people to assume otherwise, he is actually a kind-hearted and compassionate individual. His trusting nature and curiosity about the world are evident from a young age, but these traits also make him vulnerable to the manipulations of his master Frollo. In fact, it wasn't until Quasimodo reached his early 20s that he began to comprehend the true character of the man who raised him. Despite Frollo's attempts to instill a deep-seated prejudice against gypsies in Quasimodo, portraying them as evil beings, Quasimodo remained largely unaffected by these teachings. He never exhibited any outright hostility or aggression towards gypsies, such as Esmeralda, even after being subjected to Frollo's toxic indoctrination. Furthermore, Quasimodo developed a deep connection with Notre Dame, the only home he had ever known. This bond was so profound that even when he was finally welcomed into society, he chose not to leave the cathedral behind. It is clear that the majestic walls of Notre Dame not only provided a sanctuary for Quasimodo but also held a significant place in his heart. Due to his secluded upbringing under Frollo's oppressive guardianship, Quasimodo experienced limited interactions with the outside world, which significantly impacted his social development. His shy demeanor and initial trepidation in Esmeralda's presence are both manifestations of this social awkwardness. Furthermore, Quasimodo's inexperience with romantic relationships led him to misinterpret Esmeralda's acts of kindness as signs of a deeper emotional connection. When it became apparent that Esmeralda's affections were directed towards Phoebus, Quasimodo found himself grappling with intense feelings of heartbreak and disappointment. Despite the initial misunderstandings and unrequited love, Quasimodo proved to be resilient, forging strong friendships with both Esmeralda and Phoebus. Their unwavering support and acceptance played a crucial role in helping Quasimodo navigate the complexities of social interactions and ultimately grow as an individual. Quasimodo's unwavering loyalty to his master nearly led him down a perilous path, as it almost drove him to turn his back on the very people who had shown him kindness and support. This internal conflict highlighted the strength of Frollo's manipulative hold over Quasimodo, even as he began to question his master's intentions. Alongside his gentle nature, Quasimodo also demonstrates a fierce protectiveness towards those he holds dear. When faced with threats against his loved ones, particularly Esmeralda, he does not hesitate to unleash a more aggressive side in their defense. Despite his growing disillusionment with Frollo and the realization of his master's true character, Quasimodo's compassionate nature remains steadfast. This is evident in his desperate attempt to save Frollo from falling into the molten metal, showcasing his innate empathy and unwillingness to inflict harm upon others, even those who have wronged him.